Food is chicken tenders. Yeah, 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 yeah. He isn't slender, yeah, bitch just doesn't know his gender. Throwing heroes team into a blender. His job is a micro bender. You can hear his boom like thunder. Yeah. Yoshi the fights, there's no delay. He hates bullets, always portrays. When you see his clips, you always replay. Hero's team is always astray. Always answer truthfully in a survey. It's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's not just.
What's up, everybody? It's your nerd Jane Taylor back with another video. So, excuse me, I'm really tired right now. I've been on that pre-recording grind recently. That's why I can't talk. I cannot, I guess, put simple words together. But yeah, we're gonna be reacting to, my God, Squared Eye Jack's Skylanders Imaginators review. So we reacted to basically his review from Sparks Bunter to Superchargers, and reacting to his last Skylanders review. I don't know if it's gonna do like the 3DS ones or other games that are related to Skylanders, but we'll see. Yeah, as always, I introduced this in the Skylanders Trap Team review. I guess I'll list off my favorite Skylanders from Imaginators, and we got Pinata. I mean, I don't even have that many, so because the senseis were gosh damn expensive. And then we got Taekwondo Crow and Wolfgang. So basically my three favorites that I have. I think I have like 6 in total, so yeah, I had to choose 3. But yeah, we're gonna be going and seeing what he thinks of Skylanders Imaginators. I mean, I'm mixed to it, but I don't know how he'll think about it. Let's see. Alright, let's get it. I like the little electricity in your logo. Oh my God. Hey, yo, why is there a kid right there? Okay, yeah. What'd I do? Yeah, now you see it? Great.
Holy shit.
There we go.
All remember when this game was announced, Activision let the air out of the room at E3 2016 with a trailer for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
It's Skylanders Imaginators.
But
he's crashed for Skylanders Imaginators.
After a long wait,
everybody's favorite thing in that.
Crash Bandicoot was back with a trilogy remastered from the ground up. Thunderous cheers! But first, you get to play as Crash in Skylanders Imaginators.
Yeah, nobody.
Talk about shoot yourself in the foot. I mean, don't get me wrong, we were all excited. I was certainly excited.
Yeah,
for Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, not for Skylanders, but for Crash Bandicoot.
It was an exhausted groan at best. I think we all saw the writing on the wall that this was a last-ditch effort to generate some buzz around this franchise that it hadn't attained.
It was declining.
Originally a Spyro franchise prior to its debut in 2011. And retrospect is a powerful tool. I think that really hurt Imaginators.
Yeah.
All I've ever heard people discuss with this game was the awesome Crash Bandicoot expansion and not much else. So before we take a look at this, which we will, trust me, I've seen the anticipation growing for years at this point. Before we take a look at that, I want to check out the feature presentation here to see why Imaginators was the final Skylanders game. Before we start playing, though, I'd like to check out the new figures. The senseis, as they're known in this game, feature a fair mix between new heroes along with various villains.
The senseis are sick.
Seeing some of these very memorable,
expensive,
well-done characters
still
like the
really
Golden
cool figures.
Queen, Hoodsicle, and Dr. Crankcase
I wish I had
finally
more.
get some actual figures is great to see. And the quality of the figures themselves is phenomenal. Highly
Yeah,
detailed,
huge step
a
up.
nice size, and just of an overall better quality than previous titles. That's probably why they were more expensive than normal at release, which may be the culprit for their scarcity years later.
Yeah, it's a
Anyway,
shame.
we're introduced to the classic cast of Skylanders heroes as Spyro and Stealth Elf are having a race around the Academy. This is fascinating.
Yeah, they were basically just there
The
for like
actual content here
Skylanders
is complete
Academy
nothing,
promo.
But this may actually
But,
be
hey,
the
it's
first
still a
time
cool
we've
addition.
ever seen these characters actually have a personality and interact with each other.
Right.
Finally, 6 games in, we've figured out how important that is. Of course, this is only because of the Netflix series being launched alongside this game, but still, I'm glad we're actually getting more than just plastic toys save the day.
Yeah,
a
true.
crazy monster breaks into
Sorry.
the library and steals a book, as our new Sensei friends warp in and scare it away, which leads nicely into the first level.
Oh yeah,
And
that eyebrow-looking guy.
Spyro tags along. This would be such a nothing point in any other game, not even worth mentioning, but this is how it should have been from day one with this series. As we make our way through, we're introduced to some of the new gimmicks in each level. Sensei shrines that unlock special abilities that
Yeah,
wipe
they have
the
cool
screen
animations.
clear of enemies, the battle gongs which offer a combat challenge, and the
Oh god, don't get me started on that.
selfie spots. But otherwise, this is just more classic Skylanders.
Definitely outdated
Eventually
now.
we come across the monster, and it was Chaos all along.
What?
Shocker!
I couldn't have guessed.
Last time we saw
It's
him,
KAOS?
he was being all chummy and living at the academy, so good to see the events between these two games is devoid of any continuity.
That's true.
His plan this time is to use mind magic, like the ancients who crafted this world, to build an army of unstoppable monsters along with the help of a giant brain.
So basically, you're just trying to
But
destroy
this
Skylanders.
brings us
Because
to this game's
it's chaos.
big mechanic. It's time to fight fire with fire.
oh
This
yeah,
is a creation crystal.
One of the better
and
parts
by placing
of
it onto
Imaginators.
the portal, we're able to build our
For
own
sure.
Skylanders characters to use alongside the other figures.
and note, probably one of the, actually might be the best gimmick in Skylanders. Yeah, it's really creative actually. And there's a lot that you can do with creating your Skylanders. So yeah,
That is
I can
such
say it's
a
probably the
great
best gimmick.
addition to this franchise. Perfect for a kids game, and this creation system is actually quite extensive.
That's right,
From
yeah.
selecting your fighting style, full customization from a large variety of different body parts,
Yeah, they put a lot of
weapons,
time into it.
colours, catchphrases, and other small details. Completing challenges within the game grants you Imaginite, which unlocks more of these items for you to choose from, and wow, there is a lot to unlock here. So, now that we've
96?
made Bone
God
Blaster,
damn.
let's take out this book thief and complete the first level.
Shit.
Despite still having a smaller academy to explore, Imaginators introduces the mysterious ancient place as our hub area for the game. Mysterious ancient place. It spells map. Clever.
Oh, wow,
Kids will
so
love
clever.
that shit. But the characters never just call it a map. They always say the MAP.
Oh my
Like,
god.
Come on, why
Really?
overcomplicate this? As a hub area, it's fine. We can run around, explore to find hidden locations, access new levels and replay old ones, as well as enter Sensei elemental shrines, which you need the correct figures to access,
Oh, yeah.
and basically serve as additional shorter stages for some extra loot and experience.
Not all of them are
Standard
good,
stuff,
but-
really. But I'm sure you
I'm-
all know by now that I like my MAPs compact and concise. So you can take a guess how this makes me feel.
Oh god.
But anyway,
Probably
I want to take the time before
hate
we
that.
continue to gather my creation crystals and make a bunch of characters. Depending on the weapon class you select, you'll get some differences in the size and style of moves. Certain weapons and other items are locked to specific classes, but
Something I do have to say though is that it's kind of a shame that some of the classes you have to choose, like you can't I guess their body types, like, you can't change their body types for some of them. Like, the ninja ones always have just one head and legs and arms. You can't have a torso for a ninja. I always found that weird, but
For the most part, all of the different parts you find as you explore can be mixed and matched to create some tame or outright wild characters. You can select what abilities you want them to have and upgrade them, though this is more basic than your regular figures. But I really like how much personality you can put into them.
hey, you made them call the queen, sort of.
You can even make them dance.
Hey.
They even get a little custom catchphrase to say as well,
Hello, it's
mixed
my
in with a
sword.
large variety of different voice styles and effects on top of it.
Say hello to my sword.
Jesus Christ. Just got...
As far as
Sounded like
creation
my
modes
voice there.
go, this is pretty strong for what it is. Melon Face here is a good start,
Melon Face.
but I'm in the mood for an undead Skylander
Oh
today.
yeah, nothing wrong with
So
undead.
let's go ahead and make one.
My ultimate
Ooh.
awesomeness.
Ah, see,
Got an
this
eyebrow
is what happens
head.
when you buy these things second-hand. Sometimes they come with some 6-year-old's disgusting fantasies still on there. Seriously, kid, the
Great.
absolute state of this shit.
Yeah, it was
I don't want
like a
this.
complete
So
mess.
let's simply reset the crystal so that we can start from scratch.
Yeah, there's a problem about that, sir. Gotta dig up your old weed. Yeah, I get it.
You cannot reset creation crystals.
At least in Imaginators.
Because fuck you.
True.
Appearance-wise and abilities, yes you can. But if you want to change the weapon class or to reset upgrades, then you're shit out of luck. The aftermarket private dealing of pre-owned Skylanders figures finally got to Activision so much that they decided, you know what?
At
Fuck
the-
it.
throw out
If
the
we
window.
can't make money on those pre-owned figures, then neither can you.
That's
so
true.
we're gonna
Wow.
make it so that you
Activision
can't
greedy
reset
AF.
these customizable items you paid good money for. And we're going to sell you a bunch of BS treasure chests filled with randomly generated creation items that
Keyword
can only
randomly
be used
generated, ugh.
once per account. And we're also going to give you the option of microtransactions that
Oh, I've
also
tried
grant
that
you
once
randomly
and it didn't
generated
work.
creation items because we're a bunch of cunts. So, what now that we can't reset these things? We're far past fucked.
That's true.
Well, that
Far
would
past
be the
fucked.
case if it wasn't for what I'd have to call an incredibly dedicated, passionate Skylanders fan base that have discovered multiple workarounds for this issue. It
Oh, yeah.
turns out
Eventually.
that you can actually reset these crystals.
Just not in
There are
Imaginators.
various methods for this.
Sadly,
the most
you know.
well-known involves using the Nintendo 3DS versions of previous Skylanders games. 3DS Skylanders?
Still gotta do that?
Jesus. I hope you're ready to wait another 3 years
Aw,
before I talk about those. But
great.
since I don't own a 3DS,
Can't wait.
now we have to break out the Retro Wii and specifically a copy of Skylanders Giants. Now you've got to set the fucking thing
Who
up,
knows what my
put the
channel's gonna
game
be in 3
and
years.
finally we're ready to go. Place
Dead or
your
alive?
crystal on the portal, move to
Oh,
the
no.
options menu, and since the game doesn't recognize what this is, we can select to fix the broken figure, which factory resets everything on the portal. Jumping back
Wow.
over to Imaginators now,
It's sad
we
that
can
you have to
see
do
that
all of that in a
finally
different
we
console.
have the option to select our weapon class and start building from scratch. So take your time and don't rush, because this decision is final, you little shits. What a fucking mess. All of that just so that we can make a couple of custom characters and do the one thing this game is all about.
Such a tedious
I
process
am
that didn't need to be done.
Fucking
Freaking
disgusted.
created. What the hell? Oh.
Finally, let's start playing through these levels.
Let's go. Levels.
But
ding.
what can I really say to sugarcoat this? Nothing really. This game is the epitome of mediocre, average, and uninteresting. I can't put it...
You know what? That's how I can perfectly describe the levels here. And I'm a level connoisseur when it comes to Skylanders. Like, I like everything about Skylanders levels. If you if you have a question about Skylanders levels, I'm the guy, because I like them. But yeah, yeah, like, especially with, I don't know, there's a lot of, like, freaking Shellmut Shores. That's like an average run-of-the-mill level that, yeah, there's not really too much to talk about it. There's just a lot of mediocre levels in Imaginators, and I
Any
agree.
better than that, honestly. The gameplay here just feels so bland and lifeless. Nothing happens in this game. You go into the level, do your regular business, fight one of Chaos's Doomlanders at the end, rinse and repeat. It's the same thing every single time.
Yeah, that can get repetitive as hell.
Special boss encounters with decent fights. Where is the large
that's
variety
something
of level
Trap Team did
gimmicks that
very well.
introduce unique mechanics to make these stages feel truly memorable? I find myself getting exhausted going through so much nothing that I need to stop and do a Sensei realm before continuing with the main story just to give myself a break. While these are still just more of the same, at least there is a simple level theme and something,
Yeah, it's a nice
of
break
structural
from
gimmick to go along with
the
it.
levels.
Earthworld, you're breaking down rocks. Water has fountain puzzles. Life World has us growing items by planting seeds. And the Dark Realm is all about fondling balls.
Great, I don't want to touch
It's
balls.
still better than Tech World, where we just build a lame creature and that's it. But
Okay, I've heard that world is horrible. Hiro told me it was good, but yeah, now I'm just hearing very negative opinions on
even
it.
that is a breath of fresh air to contrast the main plot line of this game. In Superchargers, there was a sense of urgency and real conflict with the characters on both sides of the battle. Our actions had consequences. We travelled to such a strong variety of different locations. Whether you're a fan of the vehicle stuff or not, there was always something new being offered around every corner. Hell, even Trap Team, at the very least, had some cool locations. The Bird
That's true,
Sanctuary, the Chef's Zeppelin, the sewers, and the future of Skylanders.
Very creative, not gonna lie.
Here in Imaginators, we've got a generic river level, which is lacking
Yeah,
everything that made all of the previous
I mean,
river
I
levels
enjoy
so
Mushroom
good. We've
River.
got the Sky Fortress, which never fucking ends. and
Okay,
when
yeah,
it
that's
finally
true.
does,
That's
we're
right.
Flying around trying to destroy
Freaking
a
guacamole
Christing
monster, get me outta here, bro.
monster. Yeah, that's how far we've plummeted down the creativity ladder.
Barfing
The Golden
guacamole.
Arcade, that is just really, really bad.
Okay.
And of course, my personal favourite level, Abandoned Amusement Park. That's actually what it's called. Did they just give up? Where is the clever and charming gimmick name? Call it Forgotten Fairgrounds, Rundown Roller Coaster, or Foreclosure
I like
Carnival.
Forgotten
Fucking
Fairgrounds, actually.
anything.
That's
Try
good.
to do anything with this game. But let me tell you what happens before you gain access to this level. The plan is to make a giant cake to fool Chaos into letting us inside of his castle. So it's essentially a big Trojan horse.
Pretty much,
No,
yeah.
not that type of Trojan.
No, like the
That
yeah,
kind
the
of
horse
Trojan.
thing, yeah.
But to build it, first we need ingredients. So suddenly, we find ourselves roaming all over the giant MAP.
Oh
traveling
god, don't
to
get me
different
started on those
locations
freaking
to
cake
complete
parts.
these
God
mini
damn.
levels, destroy
That's
some
why I don't wanna
objects,
replay
defeat the
Skylanders
bad guys,
Imaginators.
complete a short puzzle area. This is so bullshit boring, and it's all just fluff to pad out the experience due to the incredibly weak number of primary levels featured
It's just
here.
dreadful.
It's clear to see why they wanted the player to have all of the imagination in this game, because this series has completely run out. And trust me, the dopamine hit you're supposed to get from finding collectibles and unlocking new stuff is completely dead here. There is so much unlocking to get through, it's like a swim through quicksand. How is anyone supposed to feel excited or feel like they've achieved something when every 5 minutes you've got to stop and unlock something, completely killing the pace of gameplay? All of the flashy presentation too. This is the most blatant ADHD entertainment I've ever seen.
Enhanced torso, what the hell?
And the saddest part out of all of this is that the Imaginators suck. They're weaker, they're
just
less upgrades, and can't access as much of the game. So
you would rather play as the senseis because they have more,
same issue I had with the regular
stuff
Skylander
to them.
figures in Trap Team. Why bother? That is such a letdown. Of course every kid wants to make their own character.
That's
so
right.
to see that after all of that effort we went through to even be able to make these characters, you feel like a chump when you realise that it was all for nothing. It's one thing to have a bunch of monotonous gameplay through boring levels, but wasting your primary gimmick just like all of the others is what makes these levels so unbearable for me. The only actually strong, balanced and fun, well-executed level in this game is Thumpin' Wumpa Island.
Okay,
The
and that's
bonus
the DLC
stage
level
that you get for purchasing the Crash Bandicoot expansion pack. I think it's finally time, people. Time for Crash to save the fucking
Crash the Skylands.
Chicken lovers, this is A&W's Nashville Hot Chicken Sandwich.
It's time for Crash to crash the Skylands.
Yes,
sorry.
this level actually features a narrative which is just so awesome to see. Crash is just chilling out to the dope jungle beats while on the other side of the island, Cortex is working on some crazy machine before fake Crash interferes and desyncs the musical harmony all over the island. So here we are.
Cortex just gets yeeted.
This is a Crash Bandicoot level if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, and very joyful and colorful.
Tribal villages, blockades coming out of the walls. This is excellent thematically. You wouldn't expect to see that in this game after everything else. I'm stunned. Playing as Crash is really fun too.
I mean, I heard it's a
authentic while
really good level,
very
but I haven't
different to
really played
anything
it.
else we've seen from him. Throwing TNTs out and spinning them into enemies is so much fun. Body slams, some new kick moves, and eventually you even get the jetpack.
Oh, what the hell?
Holy shit! Everything about
this
is so vibrant. You know, I wasn't super into the musical theme at first. With the Jungle Beat puzzles, I felt like I was playing Donkey Kong Jungle Beat on the GameCube. But, I don't know, it just seems to work. And I love all of the additional references to the Tiny and Dingodile statues, among having gems hidden throughout the level. Playing as Cortex for the first and really only other time since Twinsanity, as far as platform gameplay goes, is also a lot of fun.
Even though that game's in the future.
Ooga Ooga is a shield, which I love, and he even breaks out the hoverboard and some magical staff dealy. The only problem is the Cortex is actually worthless. He's so incredibly weak and dies almost
Vicious really likes him,
as he spawns in,
that's
which makes
about it.
difficult to actually level him up to get stronger. Crash is also kind of weak next to the other senseis as well.
I need to talk to
but
Vicious.
he at least gets a life system.
I've not talked to him in a while.
He dies with a cute animation and comes back to wreak havoc. But even with these additional hits and extra lives, both of these characters still seem to be so much weaker than everyone else. That is such a
I've seen
shame. I actually decided to restart this level at one point because both of them got killed, and I don't want to play this level with these other characters.
He had a lot to say about
I want the authentic Crash experience. I mean, take it with a grain of salt. I'm probably just shit at this game, and admittedly, I do have a very kamikaze approach to combating these games.
You just go full in.
But I still don't have this much issue with any of the other figures. But that's
I mean, that's
okay,
me too.
because
I
we've made it to
haven't
the end
heard
of the level and get to have a showdown against Fake Crash. This fight is decent, but it's really tough to avoid some of these damaging attacks.
Yeah, it just spins
Oh,
into you
shit.
like, what the hell?
Crash is about to die. I better switch over to Cortex.
Better switch into Cortex. That's gonna last like 30 seconds. Not even. No, 10 seconds. Sorry.
He's an evil scientist. What do you expect? Crash is the real hero here.
Yep. He's gonna
Until
save the
he
day.
fucking dies too. God damn it! Who will save Thump and Wampa Islands now?
Now Crash for Cortex.
Can't be any of these characters. Surely not.
Who is now? Oh, is it gonna be a portal? The portal of power is gonna save the day.
Aha!
Oh, Spyro.
Spyro will save the day.
Damn.
God.
Spyro couldn't breathe.
Okay then.
I mean, you got Mega Ram.
Blackface Spyro will
Black
save
Oh
the
my
day.
god.
Aside from the difficulty, or should I say, lack of strength when it comes to Crash and Cortex, this is a standout level from not just this game, but the entire series.
Blackface
and
Spyro.
that just
What the
makes
fuck?
me so happy. But speaking of this series, it's time we finish it off by taking out that little squirt Chaos once and for all. After everything we've just
Finally.
been through, you can bet that I'm out of energy to rip this final level a new hole because
Yeah,
it's just not worth it.
I get it.
It's far too short and just has us mowing through some bad guys until we reach Chaos, which is an okay fight. I love getting to see anime villain Chaos. But otherwise, this is a nothing special and an incredibly flat finish.
Pretty weak, but
And once it's over, nothing. The game just gets to end, and I'm just fine with that. Imaginators is the backseat of this franchise. While every other title had a fighting chance, being used to sell the Netflix series is why this game was doomed from the start. As usual, there is nothing super atrocious
are you
here
gonna do a
to
review
really
of
give out
Skylanders?
about.
No,
It's just
don't do it.
the levels are okay. The presentation is okay. The creation
Debatable, yeah.
suite is actually very well fleshed out and would be a whopper addition if these characters weren't so useless next to the sensei figures. The only thing it really does that actually shits me to tears is give away the entire
Oh my
racing
God,
side
yeah,
mode
I
from
forgot about that.
Superchargers, including paid DLC, entirely
So you can basically just
for
play
free.
Superchargers, half
What
the
a
Superchargers
cruel
and
slap in the
Imaginators.
face to those who stood by this franchise during its decline. Thanks for that, Cuntavision.
Yeah.
Skylanders Imaginators gets 5 out of 10. And
Damn.
there you have it, people. The weak and sloppy
Yeah, I can
finish
see it though.
to the Skylanders
I'm pretty mixed on it,
series.
but
Imaginators had more potential than any of the other games, in my opinion, to be an outstanding success. With the
Yeah, it's got the huge
creation
gimmick
and
going for it.
surviving alongside the children's TV show. But unless you're here for Crash Bandicoot, then this game has sweet FA to offer. But even with all that said, I've still really enjoyed my time with Skylanders.
woo.
Yeah, it's never been perfect, but the simplistic, often well-executed format really gives it an instant nostalgia for me that will be fun to revisit in the future. Which is good, because there is still a lot of Skylanders that we've
That's
yet
true.
to cover.
Yeah.
But that will have to wait for another day. So until then, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share. I'm Square Eye Jack, and I hope you have a great fucking day.
You too. All right.
Thanks for watching.
All right. Well, that's the end of that. And that was really fun. Going through his videos of Skylanders series, you know, very fun. Don't get me wrong, I do like his videos in general. Like I saw a couple of his Crash Bandicoot videos, like freaking everything about his channel, and the Spyro videos too. Yeah, I really like his channel in general, you know. And yeah, I'm gonna be seeing you guys later. And peace out.
The way he hates bullets, always portrays. When you see his clips, you always replay. Hero's team is always.